Brothers and sisters, what's going on? Brother Wisdom, or should I say High Prince, CBA. Okay, we're gonna talk about our diet, all right? It's one thing we're gonna focus on is our diet. We're gonna focus on the fact that we're supposed to have a plant-based diet. The reason why we're supposed, some say, a lot of brothers and sisters give different reasons, whatever. But the reason why we're supposed to have a plant-based diet is because plants produce methane. All right? Plants produce methane. Methane is an extremely powerful gas. All right? That is made, that's a mixture of hydrogen and carbon. All right, methane is a hydrocarbon gas. It's made up of, HC4. So you got one atom of hydrogen and 4 atoms of carbon, and this is what makes methane. It's a hydrocarbon. All right. It is important that we, as the original beings, take in this proper diet, all right? Because the plant-based diet allows us to tap into certain frequencies and vibrations and energies that this flesh-based diet won't do. All right, you understand this? It's important that we obtain a plant-based diet. Methane is what is produced inside of our bodies. All right? Methane, under certain heightened principles of energy, produces electricity. Right? So when we have this plant-based diet that we indulge in, our bodies will naturally produce large sums of electricity, seeing that we possess all of the elements in the periodic table of elements. So the methane that the plants give off and the energy that goes into our body, because you got to remember that our bodies is full of gases and all kind of things. So when you talking about plant protein, you're talking about extremely powerful energy. You talking about the protein, the energy. Protein is energy. That's all it is. It's plant energy. And this energy is stored up in your blood. It's in your in the vessels. It's stored up in the crystals, the minerals, the metals. This energy is stored up. So when you do things like going into meditation, you feel that extremely high energy. That is that methane from the plant-based diet that is literally charging up your body. All right. And this is why our ancestors had such powerful energy, because we had a plant-based diet. We ate nothing but nature. We had nothing animalistic inside of our bodies, because we knew that this is the only way for us to go into the extreme measures of space and time and energy. Okay? The plant-based diet is extremely important, brothers and sisters. We carry ourselves into a whole other era of energy, whole other era of power. All right? I'm doing this video on my secondary channel because, on Remedy H, I don't know how this YouTube thing is going to take it, because anytime I start talking about food and eating proper and all, they want to give me strikes. They talk about medical misinformation, all kind of other things. So because I'm still on the 90-day probation with Remedy H, I'm posting this here on High Prince. So if they give a strike on High Prince, it'll be a strike on High Prince. All right. Trying to weed through all the subscribers, like the one Nestle Hershey, or whatever his name was, Nestle Hershey. I blocked him from the channel because he was, causing a lot of disruption. All right. So the methane that is within our vessels that gets stored up as we build more on top of what we already have, we become more powerful. All right. That's the whole term of being strong as a bull. You got to understand that whole term of being strong as a bull. A bull eats what? Nothing but vegetables. But a bull can't go into meditation. But a bull, when that rage and fury comes up in that bull, what happens? It literally goes into a whole nother era of energy, a whole nother era of power, and it begins to just seek out death and destruction everywhere it goes. The methane gas allows you to tap into some of the highest energies ever known. All right? It allows you to tap into some extremely powerful forces of nature because it is a producer of masses of energy. All right? You understand that? You hear what I'm saying? Methane is a producer of masses of energy, which means that it produces extremely large amounts of energy, which allows one to go into a state of chaos. It literally takes you into a state of that chaotic energy and allows you to become that chaos. Methane produces an extremely high amount of energy and heat, and it literally causes vibrational energies to shift. We being the original beings of this realm, we have the power to shift everything, but it is up to us to change the dietary plans of how we eat. Fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains, but fruits and vegetables mostly produces methane, which is a powerful gas, which is a mixture of powerful elements. You got two of the most powerful elements that creates methane, hydrogen and carbon. Like I say, it's HC4, it's methane. And I'm being redundant. One atom of hydrogen, one atom of carbon. 4 atoms of carbon, which creates this powerful gas. All right. So in order for you to want to tap into the wind, all right, which is a force, you tap into the water, which is a resource. All right. You tap into fire, which is a resource. You tap into the planet, which is literally a force and a resource all together. You tap it into nature, into the natural forces. You must have the proper energy in your body in order to do this, so which makes methane a transformation gas, which allows you to be able to transform into these different powers and these different energies and these different abilities, which would take you into higher realms of energy, higher realms of power. Therefore, you're able to link into that Sith mode. You're able to link into that Darth mode. You're able to link into that what you call the Jedi, telekinesis. You easily go deeper into telekinesis and hydrokinesis, pyrokinesis, psychokinesis. Psychokinesis is literally a kinetic energy that is based upon a chaos. It is literally a chaotic kinetic energy where you literally, this is where that Jean Grey come in with the psychokinesis, where you literally tap into all things, in the psychokinesis, you're into all the kinetics, as well as what they call blood bending, where you can literally control someone's body. All right. And this is what the methane that methane gas that methane energy that comes from nothing but vegetation. What is vegetation full of? Vegetation is full of hydrogen. Vegetation is full of carbon. All right. This gas forms in you, and you're able to operate on a more powerful level in the area of strength and power. All right. Methane gas also, the methane gas from fruits and vegetables also increases your level of intelligence. It allows you to tap into certain levels of intelligence, and you begin to understand things on a higher level. There are young brothers and sisters who want to go into this, the vegan world, and their parents are not allowing them because their parents are like, no, you're going to eat this meat. And they're like, hey, I don't want to eat this meat. But the parents are like, no, you're going to eat this. So it's like brothers and sisters are aware of what is to take place when you switch and begin focusing on a carbon-based diet. All right? When you're doing what you call vegan diet, this is a carbon-based diet where you're literally consuming foods that are rich in different levels of carbon. And we can do the studies on the vegetation that has some of the highest levels of carbon ever known. We can do that. We can tap into, we can go into those studies. Be like, wow, this has got this much carbon, this has got that much carbon. Yes, we can do this. All right? We can take ourselves on that level, brothers and sisters. So it's important that we understand, that we understand, that we overstand. If we want to change things, we've got to change everything. You can't just change one thing and decide that, well, you know, I'm not going to do this right here, you know, because the meat-based diet, you're eating the flesh of animal, your body is flesh, and your body is trying to break down flesh, and it's having a hard time breaking down flesh. I'm so serious. All right, like I said, you know, YouTube might not like this. They might give a strike, and I don't know. But they don't like this type of information being divulged to brothers and sisters, because anytime we start going into giving off types of information to help us to ascend, it's like a big no-no. Seriously, it's like a huge no-no. And they don't want you to ascend. They want you to continue to be stupid. They want you to continue to be ignorant. So, not saying that your brothers and sisters are stupid or ignorant, but I'm just saying this is lay terms. All right? So it's important that we understand that the proper diet for us is where our ancestors were. Our ancestors ate a shitload of fruit. Why? Because fruit contains lots of electrical properties. All right? And fruit as well, once it's properly broken down, produces methane. Methane is a powerful, powerful substance that belongs to us. All right? So our bodies begin to produce these foods, and then in the production, you know, you got the thing called the photosynthesis or whatever, the breaking down of the production of the foods, how your body breaks it down, because our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. All right, our stomach contains hydrochloric acid. When you talk about hydrochloric acid, you talk about hydrogen. And what's inside of your vegetables? Your vegetables is full of hydrogen and carbon. So our bodies are designed to break down these powerful elements through proper vegetation. All right, through proper vegetation, through the proper diet. I just saw the sorcerer's store over there. I was like, I need to go over there one day because I haven't been there in a while. I haven't gotten any things, because I usually do my rituals or whatever else, with some of the things. But it's important for us to understand that a plant-based diet allows us to go into higher levels of clairvoyance. All right? And the higher levels of clairvoyance will take us into higher energies. So when you start doing your chi exercises, you start doing your tai chi, you go into your meditation. There's one brother who said he was breakdancing and some things happened from the breakdancing. And when you start talking on that level, when you start talking about hydrogen and all that, what does the hydrogen also create? Hydrogen creates electrons. All right? Hydrogen is not only a gas, hydrogen is a frequency. All right? Because every element has its own frequency. So hydrogen is not only a gas, hydrogen creates a frequency. Carbon creates a frequency. You understand that? So we're talking on some powerful energies that comes from a plant-based diet. All right, like I said, it's right here on High Prince CBA. So if they give me a strike, because like I said, YouTube has this thing where they don't want you to talk about healthy stuff and eating proper. They don't want you to talk about that. It's like they play the role like they are the rulers of us, and they want to control what we say, how we say it, when we say it, why we say it. This is where they're what they're doing, how they operate. All right. So just want to share that with you all. So we all had a plant-based diet. We will be able to link into other areas. All right. We'll be able to link into other areas. You got some of you brothers and sisters who like the texture of meat. You got to understand that, yes, when it comes to that palate, sometimes that texture is important. When eating, when it comes to that palate, so you can create your own, what you call meat substitute. When you go into the pea protein, when you go into the, which is pea flour, you can use your wheat gluten, which is that part of the wheat that is connected together, and you have wheat gluten flour, and you can create the meals with wheat gluten flour. You have your almond flour. You can have almond-based foods. Okay, you have the coconut flour. You can have foods. You can have that meat texture cooked properly with coconut flour, and after you cook it a certain way, when you bite into it, it has that meaty texture to it. All right, don't think this is the first time this is being made. They got this from our ancestors, just as they finally found out how to perfect it. All right, so you have to understand, brothers and sisters, that a proper diet dealing with fruits, vegetables, nuts, and grains is how we get ourselves back into balance, is how we get ourselves back into the area of the absolute. Methane produces some of the highest levels of heat. All right. So when you was talking about the sky, and we said, what's one thing that can kill these, what they call chemtrails and chemical clouds that they put into the air trying to make it cold? What is it? Methane. Methane is extremely important. So when we go and switch over to this plant-based diet, what happens? We become nature again. All right? We become nature again. We become that power of nature. We become that energy of nature. We become that section of nature that becomes alive again. All right? This is the diet of the ancestors, the diet of the gods, the diet of those who literally possess some of the highest levels of energy ever know. All right, brothers and sisters. So, yes, I pass this on to you. I hope you understand all of this here. All right. The plant-based diets help your body to produce methane gas. The methane gas is responsible for so many unlimited areas of power. Okay? Passes on to you. Hope you understand, overstand everything that's been said. I'll catch you guys later. You know the deal. All power to the multi-chakra celestial angelic beings. May chaos reign with you forever and ever and ever. Remember, chaos is everything. I hope you chime in on this channel here so you can get this important message. And I hope you all receive the message from my Remedy H channel coming here. And those who have those of you who are on this channel, please share it with other brothers and sisters so that they can tune in to this very important message. All right, I'll catch you guys later. Much power to you all.